Hello all, it's Travelling More with Jason here. Well, I'm going to do a video that I've never done before. Wow, amazing, eh? And what I'm going to talk about is a certain toy line that is behind me, Battlestar Galactica. Now, recently, a couple of friends did a live stream, talking about the 2004 Battlestar Galactica. Now, I'm going to show you the toys from the original Battlestar Galactica, from vintage up to modern. And modern is still about 20 years ago. There is some new ones coming out in the next year or so, or in the next 6 months. Sadly, I can't afford them. So, yeah. Let's have a look and see what figures I've got from this great show. You can't beat this. I mean, come on, look here. I mean, look at that. Repro, by the way. But isn't that gorgeous? Original Battlestar Galactica. You know? Ah, yes. Now, before I show you, now, you can see it's Buck Rogers. But did you know, again, it's repro, you can see it's a bit mated. The fight part, well, the shuttle, the fighter he has in this, in here, that was originally meant to be the fight part for Battlestar Galactica, but decided not to. So yeah, still a cool vehicle. Well, I don't have all the toys that came out. Some are very rare, what I can never afford. Basically the Battlestar Galactica shuttle or ram. I think it was a ram vehicle. Thousands of pounds. I think it's about 1,500. Never afford that. Not in karma. And yeah. Still, so I will show you what I got and what I think of them. And yeah, so let's get going, shall we? Right, here we got one of the original carded Battlestar Galactica figures. Now, it's not... I bought the card back loose in Orlando for $3.50 back in 2020, I think, one. And I just put this on and popped the figure in. Looks pretty good. And yeah, I was done by Mattel. Now, yeah, like normal, the figures didn't look nothing like the characters. But as kids, we didn't pay attention. I mean, okay. Now, modern times, they've actually done some customs. They've actually done the proper vehicles to fit these guys in. By the time, you didn't. You popped him into a X-Wing. You know. So yeah. I mean, I've got some. And I've got to admit, I do like it. Now, I did a couple of waves. 2 different Daggets. So yeah, I mean... Yeah, I'm still missing about 5 figures from this line. Never got around to getting the Imperious Leader. Never got around to getting him. I must complete this line at some point. And I never got around to getting the different version of that one. Right, so yeah. Right, let's have a look at the other figures that I've got of this vintage line. Right, bear with me. Well, I've got a Daggett. Now, it's a funny story for this. I bought this at a boot fair back in late 90s. Probably paid 50p for it. Probably it might even not even be less than that, 20p. Tail was missing. I didn't care. Can't beat Daggett. I did find a tail for him at some point. Never got around to gluing it. No, I didn't. I then bought a mixed box of Lego many years later. You know what I found in that box? His tail. But guess what? I never got around to putting the tail. I never got around to gluing the tail on, and again, long lost. So yeah, I picked him up at a boot fair many years ago. Now I've got a Centurion. Again, this is one of the figures I picked up back in the day at a boot fair. Now I do actually remember this little guy cost me 20p back in 1991. Yeah, about that. About 1991. Found him at Larkfield. So yeah, at a boot fair there. Now, he had lost his chrome. I've done a makeshift job with a chrome pen. And it's looking like it's getting... not, you know. So yeah. So that's that one. I then found this guy at a toy show. I can't remember what I paid, but I would think I may have even found him at a toy shop. Might have even been Reading. I think I paid no more than 10-15 quid for it. I'm sure this was actually Reading. And yeah, it did come with its weapon, but I've left the weapon inside the cupboard. And you see, it's still shiny. It needs a bit of a buff. But yeah, the chrome's still looking nice for the figures. Alright, now I've got two more figures of this wave. I've also got a man, I can't say his name. You know, Boss Man. So yeah, I mean, they did get a pretty good likeness for him. And I gotta admit, probably not a really bad likeness for Starbuck. Never got around doing Apollo, they didn't. Sadly. There was plans for the third wave where they were going to do Apollo, Boomer, and Athens, if I remember rightly. But yeah. And they never got around doing Teal Tie. So yeah. He's got his little coat on. And I got, like I said, I got one more figure of the wave. And that's Starbuck with his coat on. Well, whatever you want to call it. The basic dress coat. So yeah. So that's from Mattel. Figure wise, now we're not done. I still got the vehicles to show you. Alright. Now they also did some vehicles. They did the Viper and some other ones. I only got two left now. I did actually have loads that I bought for my charity shop for 20 quid. But I sold all the rest. So I kept this one. Now as you can see, came at the same time as the Mattel figures, if I remember rightly. But that's the figure. That's the ship. Obviously, the figures can't fit in it. So, yeah. Pretty good likeness. Now, that is glued in. Because there was an incident where one of these shot out. And a boy died. So, yeah. So, yeah, you know. So, I've got this one. The good old Viper. Now, this actually, I do, if I remember rightly, has still got my, yep, it's got the pilot. A figure that always gets lost so many times, so I'll leave him in there. So, yeah, just a Joe Blog figure. So, yeah. Right, bear with me. They then also done this one, but they also added this with some other parts, like it was the probe, but I made it into, I can't think of the vehicle they called it in the TV series. It was when they landed on the planet and Starbuck took it up. So yeah, I sold the probe off because I'm not a completist and I didn't really like the probe. It looked shite. I think I don't have a pilot in there. No pilot in there. And yeah, you've got this bit up there. So basically I've got no engines for it apart from what's on here, which technically are weapons. So really this isn't flying anywhere, but I still like it. So right, there is one more vehicle that I've got for this wave, the Cylon Raider. Now I don't have the pilot. Now it's a really good vehicle. I really liked this. It was actually the second one that I collected. I found this actually in the market some years ago. And I will open it up in a minute. But yeah. Alright, bear with me. I'll just open it up. So when it's open, you see the missiles. And these little buttons that they fire. But obviously, to stop kids choking, they don't come out. So yeah, also means you've got the missiles. There is an easy fix, but obviously I don't go into that one. So yeah. Right, so that is all the original 1980s toys that I've got for this wave. Well, for this line. I will show you the next line. It's from 2004, from Joyride. Right. In 2004, a little company called Joyride, well, also now there's actually a candy company called Joyride, bought out this small line of original Battlestar Galactica at the same time as the new show got released. Now, sadly, these wasn't really popular, not really well known. I believe I bought these in a comic shop in Maidstone. I do know I did. I mean, really, these got limited release because people didn't really know about them. Now, I can't remember if you should be able to open this up, but I may have glued it into place because this has been hanging on my wall sideways. So that's why this hardly any does it. It was like that. So yeah, I think I might have actually glued that into place. Oops. So yeah, you came with 3 figures, and one you couldn't move, but the other 2 you could. I don't think there's any figures actually in that one, so it probably means I probably did lose them, or I may have glued them into place. So yeah, really TV accurate details for the show, and so yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure if they did a different version of this or not, but yeah, really nice. Right, let's get to the next vehicle. Now they did, I believe, 3 or 4 Vipers. Now I've only got 3, so I might actually have them all. Now one is really rare, and it's not this one. Now I'll just give them these a bit of a clean, but yeah, this is from the Blue Squadron. Now again, very very TV accurate from the show. And yeah, again, you can see the size difference. These are actually smaller than these guys. So yeah, I mean, my one's I think it's a bit loose. I may have dropped this over the years. I've had it for over 20 years. So yeah. So yeah, that's that one. Now, like I said to you, there is 3 in the line, or maybe 4. So let's pop that one there. Let's get the next one. Here's the next one. Again, it's not the rare one. I'm not sure that the stand is damaged, so I don't have it. Basically, it's just a Cylon, a Galactica Viper. Really nice. I mean, look at the detail on it. I've given it a bit of a clean. See, there's a pilot in there. These open up, you see. I don't know how much details in there. Yeah, you can see a little bit of detail in the cockpit. So, yeah. So, yeah. Really cool. Right, let's get the next one up. What is the rare one? Alright, this is one of the rare ones in the line because it is the battle damage Viper from, not from Battlestar Galactica, from the Pelicans. Now, really sought after these days. Again, you know, the carbon copy. They had the mould and they thought, why not bring out some more? Now, there was going to be doing I believe, a 3rd wave or 4th wave where they was going to release this vehicle again, but battle damage. So yeah. I mean, look at that. So yeah. So this is from the Pelicans and one of the rare ones. Right, now I get to the figures. Now I did 4 figures all together in one of the waves. Again, it's from Joyride. Now, this is complete. I'll see, I've got the weapon. I haven't got the normal Centurion. I've got, this is the gold one. That again needs a bit of a polish. Now, after a while, they do, you can see, I've lost one of the sides has gone. So somehow it's dropped and I've lost the shoulder pad. So yeah. Not much movement. I will show you what movements it has in a second. So yeah, really nice figure. Now, yeah, the head moves, as you can see. Arms move. But again, it's very much like some of the Star Trek figures, and where, you know, and you see over the years the glue has dried for this, so it drops off. And basically the feet move, and that is it, I believe. Bear with me because I'm holding the camera. I see its legs move. Legs don't move, but the waist does. So I'm not sure what PRA they would call it. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 for the waist maybe. So maybe a 5 PA, but it's just the feet. So let me know in the comments what it would be called. I'm not sure. It's the fingers move. No. So yeah, doesn't really hold the gun very well either. So nothing new about that. Right, let's get to one of the other figures. So they did Apollo and Starbuck. So Apollo did finally come into a figure form. Again, very limited movements. Now, this time, you can see this one, the arms don't even move. I'm not sure about the head. The waist does, and so does one of the feet. I don't think both feet moves. Yeah, both feet moves on it. But both arms don't move. Now, the helmet's really good. Let's get the... pardon me. Quite hard. Helmet's cool. It is. So yeah. Starbuck is really good likeness for Starbuck. Apollo, really good likeness for Richard Huck back in the day when he was a young man. Sadly, he's no longer with us. Died in 2016, if I remember rightly, sadly. Just before I started going back to Comic Cons. So yeah, I'm not sure if my figures are slowly cracking or that's just a seal. So yeah, very limited. And I have got the weapon for him as well. So yeah, again, these days don't really hold the weapons well. But look at the uniform. Now, really good detailed on it. Overhaul. I mean, yeah, there's some defects here and there, but overall, really good. Now, I'm going to show you a Starbuck. Here is Starbuck. Now, it's actually the same figure, really, apart from there. Bear with me. Oh, it's having a fight. I'm not sure if it's a really good likeness to Starbuck back in the day. Dirk Benedict, aka Face from the A-Team. But yeah, you know, I mean, the jacket's different, so it is slightly bit different where you can see the underneath, you can see the rest of the uniform, where this one, the jacket's all done up. So yeah, so it's really cool you get to see. So yeah. And see, this has got 4, that's got 3, so this one is actually more TV accurate than this one, sadly. So, you know, somehow along the line they lost things. So yeah. Alright. There was some more. Bear with me. Now, this is the last toy-ish figure in my collection. The rest of the Battlestar Galactica stuff I've got are not toys. They are display items. Now, they did do, I believe, 5 other figures of this. They did Apollo. This is Apollo. I mean, they've done Starbuck, Commander Bamba. I can't say his name, you know. Him. And they also did Starbuck and Apollo again, but in white. And I believe, and also 2 Cylons, basically gold, and the silver in a 12-inch. So I don't know how well the likeness was him. It looks pretty good, actually, what I can see. It's a limited edition figure. Now, very sought after these figures are. Some of these go for quite a lot of money. And yeah, I don't really want to move him much because I don't know how well he is. But yeah, there is, I mean, so his holster, the gun, you see what I mean? The belt buckles. So yeah, you could take the jacket off, you could. I mean, it was a figure to play with, but it came out later on, and it has been on display. I'd love to get the others, but again, it's part of my collection that I've never got around completing. So yeah, that is my last toy in my collection. Well, for the Battlestar Galactica wave, for the originals. Now I'm going to show you 2 more from the re-image. So bear with me, bear with me. Right, now here is one of the figures. Now this was in a box set, if I remember rightly, of Battlestar Galactica from 2004. And so yeah, I do believe there's 2 different versions of this guy. Not battle damage. But yeah, I mean, I had quite a lot of these. Or I had a friend who used to get them all, and yeah, I think I had, well, I say a lot, I had about 5. But this is the only one I've got left in my collection now. So yeah. And I've got one more. Again, it's a Cylon, so bear with me. This one is known to be a very breaky. It came from the Blood and Chrome movie of Battlestar Galactica, the 2004 series. I have got the arms, but they are broken. But as you can see, it was to basically homage to that one, to the original. And it's the first time you get to hear By Your Command again. So yeah. Right, that is it. So what did you think? I mean, yeah, now I'm getting them out again, showing you what I've got. I really do need to get some more of the figures to complete the line and try and get some more of them. But, you know, it's not bad. I definitely need to get the silver one, but they're going for a pretty penny these days, so probably not. So yeah. So what do you think of, of the toys that were available for the original now? Now, like I said, there is some coming out sometime this year, and I do know they've announced Wave 2 and Wave 3 for next year. So yeah, sadly, if they're in Forbidden Planet, I'll pick them up. Or if they're in some of the toy shows I'll get to next year, maybe if the price is right. So yeah. Right, let me know in the comments what you think. Which one's your favourite? Which ones you wished you got? Or which ones you wished they'd done? And yeah. Right, later all. And don't forget, before I go, do me a favour if you haven't. If you want to watch my stuff ahead of time, join membership on YouTube, starts at 99p. Or join Patreon and you get to watch my stuff ahead of time. So right, later all, and I'll see you later. Bye.